How's it going? All right. What a show today. Thackeray, what are you doing?
You know perfectly well what I'm doing. I'm putting down newspapers.
This is my personal valet and announcer, Edward Thackeray III, whose job it is to keep things neat and tidy. There's only one puppy.
Oh,
only
one puppy can do a great deal. I've already had to cope with that Rufus thing.
He's not a thing. He's a Chinese Shar-Pei. It's a very rare breed of dog.
Chinese Shar-Pei thing, what's the difference?
On the show today, we're going to meet a breeder of Chinese Shar-Peis. Actually, the kennel that Rufus came from, the breeder is here, and also a baby Chinese Shar-Pei. Ooh, it's a different exciting.
No way.
Oh, yes, yes. Please say hello to my old pal Al, who's been sent by the station to make sure we don't break any rules. Your neck seems to be loose, Al.
Trick tie.
Oh, it's a trick tie.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's a very good trick.
Yeah. I'll be keeping my eyes on you, Stan.
Pardon?
I'm going to be keeping my eyes on you, Stan.
No, I realize that. I'll just get on with the
dressed
show if it's okay with you. The pink gorilla. How about a hand for the pink gorilla? Yo, gorilla! And, of course, we have the Something Else Orchestra and Rufus. Rufus, come on over here and take a bow. Thackeray, you don't need to put the papers under me.
Well, you can't always be trusted.
Sit. Take a bow. Take a bow.
That's a well-trained dog you got
He
there,
is.
Stan.
Now, is that a trick or what? Who can name the type of dog Rufus is to win this hat? This one right here. Okay, well, excuse me for just a second. I'll be back in just a minute. You have won this hat. Okay?
Put it on your head, yo.
It's yours.
There you go.
Oh, perfect fit, too. It looks great. All right. Shall we begin the show?
It's about time, yeah. We got some contracts.
Hey,
Let's
I
get
got the
going.
watch on, too. I know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's time to do the show in Funtown.
Get to work.
Here's the Something Else Orchestra, John, Larry, and Mike.
Get ready now, go, can't go, but don't you? Oh, my blue suede shoe. The wrong song. What am I doing here? We're supposed to be doing dog songs today, aren't we?
Yeah?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Just a rock it all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Just a rock it all the time.
Thackeray,
Girl, you ain't never gonna
Yes?
no
You mind?
I mind terribly having that dog on the show.
where am I supposed to sit?
Sit on the paper. It'll be safer that way.
Oh, great. Now Al's going to read the paper.
Just seeing who's coming in
You
the
guys are causing quite a disruption here today, if you don't mind me
I'm
saying
not
so.
trying to disrupt. I'm trying to keep things neat. I'm not responsible.
We know you're not responsible. Ha! Would you please welcome Thackeray to the door, please? To the door.
Very well.
This is so cute. Well, Sherry is, but wait till you see what Sherry has. Please welcome from Chatta Kennels, Sherry Stremos and her buddy, Sushi. Come on in. Aw, what a cute
come
little
on,
doggy.
Up a daisy. Come on. Oh, good
What
girl.
a cute little baby
Good
doggy.
girl, Sushi.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi,
Did
Stan.
I say your name right?
Yes, you did.
Did I say the name of the kennel right?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I got everything right. We're on a roll here, Al. All right, let's get right into it and talk about Sushi. How old is she?
She's 14 and a half weeks old.
And why does she have a Japanese name if she's a Chinese Shar-Pei?
I don't know. I think her mother likes fish.
Oh, all right. She's wrinkly. And Rufus, by the way, used to be wrinkly. He looked exactly like that when he was a young feller.
Yes,
when
he
he
did.
was young. Why are they wrinkled?
This is a protection for the dogs. This is one thing that keeps them from being harmed, the wrinkles. Now, in the olden days, they were used for hunting boar and being a guard dog. So when another animal got a hold of them, they could literally turn around their skin.
Now, they were used for fighting at some point, weren't they?
Yes, but they had to be drugged.
Oh, they did?
Yes,
What, did they fight each other or other dogs?
Yeah, between themselves plus other dogs, but it's strictly for betting.
Now, not long ago, I'm guessing 10 years, it may be a little more than that, they were
73.
almost extinct
Yes, there was only 12 left.
in China. Were
Well,
they in
I would
China?
say there were in China, yes, and there was 12 sent to the States. And out of the 12 now, we have close to 30,000 that are registered.
Wow.
Sharpei.
That's a lot in a short time.
That sure is.
Now, what makes them so popular, other than the fact that they are a little strange looking, except for Rufus, who's just an incredibly handsome devil, wide awake and alert, and all of that stuff?
Well, actually, they are a family guard dog, but in Rufus's case, I think he's a little sucky poo. But
Oh, he is not. He's,
Oh, I think-
Rufus, look tough. Just a second. Rufus, look tough. Yeah, that's okay, Rufus. Go back to sleep.
They are an excellent family dog, too. I mean, how could you not love something like this?
Well, I do, and I mean, we
Sure.
just met.
Oh, it's
Yes.
just another dog.
Oh, Thackeray, we know it's just a dog, but they're nice dogs. Now, we brought along, I think you brought some pictures from your family album, or Rufus's family album, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder
did.
if we can look at those, and maybe you can tell us what we're looking for. Oh, I recognize that. Rufus's baby picture.
Yeah.
Aw. Was he cute?
Oh, he was a darling.
Now, who's this?
That's his mummy when she was a puppy.
Rufus, it's your mom, and you haven't been sending her a card on Mother's Day.
No, he
I don't think
hasn't.
Rufus cares.
Well, actually, his other brothers and sisters sends her a card.
Well, Rufus.
So I think it's time Rufus starts.
Who's this?
That's his dad.
Yeah, well, that would explain it. Rufus was born, his dad
Why?
yawned, and Rufus has yawned ever since.
And his
What's his
dad,
dad's name?
Chum.
Chump. We will be right back with more Sharpays and other stuff on Something Else. Do you mind? You're supposed to be doing camera today, not flirting with the guests.
Hey,
I
Stan,
know she's cute, but there's a time and a place, and this is neither. What is it, Al?
Funtown Bombers won the ball game on Saturday.
All right, for the Funtown
let's hear it for the
Bombers.
Bombers, huh?
Way to
Two
go.
games out of first.
Do you mind, Al, if we ask a couple audience questions of Sherry? Is that all right with you?
As far as I'm concerned, you can do that, but I'll have
right.
to censor the questions, of course.
Okay. First question for Sherry.
At what age are they ready to leave their mother?
That's a good question.
Around the age of 10 weeks is when we let them go.
Now, one of the things they do is they outgrow their wrinkles, do they not?
Some do and some don't, but 3/4 do outgrow the wrinkles.
And at what age do they do that?
Anywhere from 9 months up to a year and a half.
Okay, I'm sorry I took all the time for the audience questions. As we were coming into work this morning, we noticed a potential crisis in the parking lot. Al thought he was putting in a
Oh,
pool.
don't bring this up. Oh, Stan, you're terrible. Watch out for the rocks. As you'll notice here, we got ourselves a fine bit of pool. It's going to be a one-laner. Just going to do the laps, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get, this is the diving board here and the electrical system for the fountain. We're going to be putting in a big, colorful fountain and a lot of bubbles, and it's going to be a fun time here at Funtown Pool. We got our head construction worker right there. His name is David. David has his degree in constructiology, and he's been building pools for years. I am a personal friend of his. I can't wait to dive into this pool, I tell you. All right, let's
Excuse
go.
me,
Come on,
Al.
let's get to work. What?
Al,
Hello, Johnson. How are you?
what is going on?
Well, I think I spent so much time here that, during the summer as the station censor, I figured I'd put a pool in,
Al,
Yeah.
this is a parking lot. You don't put a pool in a parking lot.
Yo, sure you put a pool in. Come on, it's the summertime. We got a one-lap pool here.
Summertime, but
It's
there
gonna
are
work.
lakes and places like rivers, and there are lots of pools.
We can white water. We can white water in this pool.
Not in the parking lot, Al.
Oh, well, where else? This is where I'm putting. I got a nice diving board here. It's going to be the funnest bit.
Do you have the permission of the station manager to put
Well,
this
here he
pool
comes
in?
now. We can ask him.
I'll go see him.
You go get him.
Don't you
All
do
right,
anything
start
till I
working
get
out,
back.
okay? Maybe we could take this opportunity. Maybe we could take this opportunity to take a little shot of Funtown, the scenic ventures here at Funtown. Take a little twist around there. There we go. What a beautiful location we have here. Hello. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to visit the pool when you're by. See you later now. We appreciate you Funtown people doing the hard work delivering the important mail to all the Funtown citizens. Let's get to work on the pool here. All right, come with me. Gonna do a little work here, all right? Oh, you got it now. All right. Hurry up, it's coming! Just about done! You got my boots dirty. What are you talking about?
I just went to the station manager.
Yeah.
He says there is no pool allowed in the parking lot.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he'd mind.
No, you don't understand. I just came from his office. He said, no pool in the parking lot. Read my lips, Al. No pool in the parking lot. And he asked me to give you this.
What's this? No swimming.
Okay?
Well, we
So,
can't.
Al, would you do whatever you have to do to clean up this mess? From the station manager.
Are you sure
I'm
about
sorry,
this?
Al, I know it's going to be a long, hot summer, but that's what he said.
Well, maybe we could go to the beach.
Well, put the sign in and
Maybe a jacuzzi?
Did you get the message, Al?
Yeah, okay, no pool.
No pool,
No pool, I
no
understand.
jacuzzi, no bowling lane,
What about
nothing.
a tennis court?
No, only cars in the parking lot. all
I
right?
don't know, Stan. You're
When
being
we
a bit harsh,
return
you know
after
what I'm
these
saying?
messages, we will meet special
no
effects
fun.
expert Gene Young. Better be quiet. With the dogs. I'm just trying to get a word here with Sushi. Are you having fun on the show? Is that dog sleep talk for you? Yes? Well, you just go on snoring. Here's an interview with a man who knows all about TV and movies. He's a special effects guy who makes special effects. His name's Gene Young.
Maybe he wants a coffee. He would come up.
Yo, Gene, what are you working on?
Well, we're building a satellite for a motion control shot, and we're actually building its big brother back here, which is for an exhibit for NASA. NASA people will be able to explain the functions of the real spacecraft by pointing to the one that we're building.
Have you had some people walk in the door and ask you for some really stupid things? You just said, go away, I can't.
Actually, just the other day, we were asked to build a giant Bigfoot for a job that would have been about 6 foot tall and hairy and things of that nature. And they want the toes to wiggle and things of that nature. It's a very challenging job, but it's not something that I really am so excited about. And some of the movies that are being done now, the hack and slash movies, those movies, I really just don't want to work on. I'd prefer to work on something with some quality and some enjoyment to it, rather than just scare factor or horror.
What are a couple of the movies you've done that then we might know the titles of?
We did The Prince of Darkness. We did some stuff for the 2010. We did some work for Oh, the new Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I don't even know the name of it.
You made his watch.
Well, yeah, we made the watch, and we made a briefcase and some trackers and things like that. They're modern props for the film.
Has any of your stuff ever been made into toys? Because these look kind of neat.
No.
I'd like one of these myself.
Well, maybe we can arrange it.
How much would one of these cost?
Well, if it was made out of plastic, it might be very inexpensive, but as it is here, you're looking at it probably about $2,000.
Oh, I don't need one that bad.
Well,
Hey, let's see the $1,000 hamburger.
Yeah, well,
this is really a $1,000 hamburger?
yeah, well, this is pretty expensive little burger that had to be made for a commercial, and basically it has to look exactly like a real hamburger, and it was on a pole that actually flew in front of the people as they were flying. And as it was flying towards camera, the hamburger's flying towards camera, the people are flying towards camera, but it was going to be several days of shooting, and they didn't want the hamburger to change in look. So we basically had to make a special hamburger for that. And it's all made out of PVCs and plastics and things of that nature. And then you take a real hamburger and you make molds, and you come back in and have to paint it.
How long would it take to make a hamburger like that?
Probably about a week. Take about a week, yeah. Altogether, 4 to 5 days.
How does one get into this line of work?
It just sort of happens. I mean, a lot of people enjoy building miniatures. Some enjoy working with wood. It's kind of a collection of skills. George is an example, the guy that was just helping me here. His training actually is in jewelry. Some of the other craftsmen work in woods and things of that nature. And their skill level and their attention is into different fields. So everybody comes together to try to make the effects work.
Now, when you do miniatures, you build miniature cities, for example, do you spend hours and hours, days, maybe weeks, putting these together, and suddenly, I know you have a picture of a big foot crashing down on one of your sets. Does that happen?
Oh, yeah. That was for Godzilla actually crushed the movie theater. We do a lot of that because they can't afford to crush a real movie theater, so we have to build it in miniature.
Now, the Transamerica building, it's this big building in San Francisco. They want a picture of it,
Right.
but you have to make a model so they can get a picture of it. Why don't they just take a picture of the building?
Well, the building in San Francisco is definitely there, and you're right, they could take a picture of it, but you'd have all the other little buildings around it. You'd also have smog in the bay, you'd have the clouds behind, the automobiles and the people to contend with. And so what you have to do is we basically had to build a building that would fit the specific specifications that they had, which were seeing the building from the top to the bottom without any clutter or anything around it. So they wanted a premier building.
Now, why do you have half a Concorde in your shop?
Well, that was for a shot where they were showing the Concorde airplane taking off. And it's very hard to get footage of the Concorde. Most of the footage is actually of it flying. So what they wanted to have was a picture of the Concorde as it takes off like this. So our airplane was used to show it as if it was taking off the runway. So it's only the front part of the airplane that they needed, and then they cut to the real footage of the real Concorde flying. After
you make these things and they leave your shop, are you curious to see how they turn out in the movie? Or are you too busy to even worry about it?
Sometimes it's, you know, my curiosity. Well, my curiosity is always up as how they're going to use it, of course. But a lot of times I don't get to even go see them at the film, and then all of a sudden they're on television, and I go, oh wow, gee, there's something that we made. So it's kind of nice to see that.
Now, you know where all of Rufus's relatives are.
Yes, I do.
I'm not even sure Rufus cares, but tell me about his aunt. Now, she became quite famous, did she not?
Yes, she's down in the States, and she's on a calendar. And
A calendar?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rufus, your aunt's a pinup girl.
Yeah, she's dressed up like a lollipop.
Did you know that? A skeleton in your closet.
He seems awfully concerned, Stan.
I think maybe that's why he always hangs his head down. He's ashamed of his... No, well, she was dressed at the time, though, wasn't
Yes,
she?
she was
Oh,
fully dressed.
All right. And
Yes,
he has an identical twin brother.
he sure does. His name's Mafan, and they're exact, just like twins.
And is his brother as active as he is? Does he run around and do things?
Yes, more so than Rufus.
And what about his half-brother, who is... Now, he's French?
Well, yes, you might as well say that. He's in Paris, France, and he's won all his championship over there, and he's doing quite well.
Could Rufus win anything if he wanted to? If he had the energy to go to, like, a dog show?
Well, I think
there
he
be a
might
chance?
come in somewhere along the line there, but
He
if
might,
he'd
like...
get up and walk.
Well, yeah. Is there not an award just for kind of laying around
Sure,
at a dog show?
Yes, at a fun match. I'm sure he'll come in first prize.
He could go for an attendance prize. Thackeray, what are you doing?
Nothing. I was checking for fleas. That's all. I don't think he's cute or anything. It's just a dog.
You're right, it's just a dog, and we don't want you getting attached to it, Thackeray, because there are bylaws here in Funtown about how many dogs you can have on one show.
The limit's 2.
The limit is 2.
3
It's
for
only
Sunday
2.
to Wednesday.
It's actually Rufus's bylaw. Rufus made up the rule.
2 days in a row.
Yeah,
Two
but it's
dogs
Rufus's rule, right? And you're enforcing it.
That's me. The
Well,
enforcer.
Sherry, I have no idea where it went, but the time has gone, and I can see Sushi had a really good time. She woke up for part of the show. It was during a break, but she did wake up. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a nice day. Doggone it, that's all the time we have for this morning, but the whole Something Else gang will return again tomorrow morning when illusionist Robert Lamar pops in to show us some amazing tricks. And we'll go to a Hollywood special effects studio to make our satellite fly. That all happens on Something Else tomorrow at 9:30 on MITV. Oh yeah, join me and Al at the Atlantic Winter Fair this afternoon at the Milk Nova Scotia booth.